Welcome to the Life's Best Medicine podcast, where we are finding hope and healing one episode at a time. No appointment needed, no rubber gloves, and no coping. Just a healthy dose of life lessons to help equip you for this wild journey we call life. Hey everyone, this is a friendly reminder that we are here for entertainment purposes only. We may not even be that entertaining at times, but this is not medical advice. Talk to your doctor, check with your healthcare professionals before making any lifestyle changes or medicine changes. What we're talking about is our clinical experience and what we've seen. And so if you really want our advice, you can consult us. You can actually consult me as a doctor, or you can consult my guest and get all your questions answered. But we can't give free medical advice because we can't pay our bills with that, but we can help to educate you a bit and allow you to think a little bit. And always reach out to your medical professional before making any lifestyle changes. Thank you. Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you an update. By the time you hear this, I will be probably on a plane heading out to Guatemala. So I'm asking for some prayers and your thoughts to be with our team. We're taking about 40 people down, going to some remote areas in Guatemala. A lot of them are native Indian speakers that don't even speak Spanish. So this is a huge deal. It's been trying a bit because of COVID. For 3 years we haven't done a clinic down there. So dealing with the government bureaucracies and trying to get the meds down there and getting our staff down there and getting translators and people on the ground and people who can help the people guide them to our clinics. So it's a lot of work. And then also for me, just trying to manage my practice and get ready to be gone for 2 weeks or so. It's a huge undertaking. So, and I just was really reflecting on all the people who are, taking time out of their lives, the dentists I'm taking down with me and the doctors. And, if you haven't listened to previous episodes, great episodes here on Life's Best Medicine with Dr. Mark Hernandez, who's an ER doc, who's one of my favorite people on earth. Carlos Merlot from the Merlot Foundation. I'll talk about him a little bit. And then Marty Wilson, who's been my faithful translator. We've been in some crazy time and have had some crazy experiences. And also, I would like to thank the sponsors who are also, I'm able to take some of their products down with me to help manage patients. And that would be Keto Mojo, keto-mojo.com. Ketone meters and sugar meter, and also health code. It's GetHealth, GETHLTH.com. We have a discount code with them, MetHealth, METHEALTH. But just to be able to take their products down and to educate people and to that they care, that these are companies that really do care, and they're, I have samples I can bring down. I can use Keto Mojo meters down there to check sugars and make diagnosis of diabetes or follow up on people's ketone levels in the clinic there. We've actually, through the Merlot Foundation, have a clinic that we built pretty close to Antigua, Guatemala, and we're going out to some remote villages out away. So really, it's been a little bit of a challenge, but it's been great. Some of the most rewarding times I've had have been there, and it made me reflect a little bit on, it's such a sacrifice for me to go down for 10 days or 12 days, and so many of the people on the ground there. Victor, who I'll probably talk about. Hopefully, I can get some interviews with people while I'm there. I'm not sure how our internet connection is going to be, or if we're going to have electricity in some places, but some of the most fantastic people on earth are down there, and the patients are so appreciative. And so I'm asking for your prayers and your positive thoughts, if prayer is not your thing, but really for the team. We have 40 people going down. We have some people who feel absolutely inadequate. They're thinking, what do I have to offer? And generally, those people are used the most because they're just going out there and they want to contribute and they want to help people. So, I'm just praying that they have a great time and they really can come back and share some stories. One of my patients is going with me for the first time. She's a senior citizen who just loves people. So I can't wait to get her down there to love on people. Also, we have a team of builders who are going to go down and help with some of the kids down there. The Merlot Foundation, their kids are quadriplegic, paraplegic, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome. And so it's just amazing what we can accomplish when we kind of put our minds together. So I'm just really coming to you and saying, hey, if you're a fan of the podcast or you follow me, please keep me in your thoughts and prayers, just for our safety down there and just for the clinics to run smooth. Um, any positive energy you can send would be greatly appreciated. It looks like everything's going smoothly, but it's been a lot of red tape this time, just trying to get everything approved through the ministries of health and all that down there, and it's been pretty remarkable. So I just really appreciate you listening, and really this podcast, this is an outflow of what I do in Guatemala and doing volunteer work. So I hope that maybe something you hear on the podcast or something down the road inspires you to, just reach out and help people. I know the happiest people are the ones serving. And I also have a something I already recorded for next week because I'm going to be gone and I can't really interview people. But hopefully I'll get a surprise interview in Guatemala that I can share, at least talking to some of the people who that are working down there. And when I get back, for sure, there's a couple of people we'll interview and share the stories of what we see. Every time we go down there, it's powerful. We see powerful movements of God. We see people healed of depression, anxiety, stress, and all the stuff that we kind of talk about on this podcast a lot. So it is probably the most rewarding thing I do in life, other than being a dad and a husband. And a doc here. It's just really amazing how appreciative people are. And so if you want to donate ever to the Merlot Foundation, I know how they spend their money, and it's all for the kids. It's all for helping people. And it's the Merlot Foundation. And I'll put a link to it. It's the Merlot, MERLO foundation.org. We're set for this trip. We have our meds, we have everything down there, but there, even after I leave, we have doctors that stay on that we're paying to take care of the kids down there and the adults, and dentists in the clinic down there. So these are people who just can't get medical care, and the good people down there that are helping them. So the Merlot Foundation, I believe strongly in, and you've heard me interview Carlos Merlot, who was a professional soccer player in Guatemala. And we're just going to do some great things down there and really have a good time. So I would really appreciate prayers for safety for the team, and that we can be effective and that we can reach as many people as possible, and that the people will be receptive to what we have to share with them, and hopefully we can really help people that are struggling with diabetes and obesity and all these other health problems that we're trying to wipe off the face of the earth. And so that's my spiel this week. I just wanted to let you know I greatly appreciate our sponsors helping down there, and so for us to be able to take down meds and have the privilege of doing this. And so if you're inspired and you want to do something great, you could always join us on that trip. We could always use doctors and nurses and translators and construction workers or whoever wants to go down and help people. But more importantly, can you help in your community? Can you help to uplift people? We've been around so much negativity, and it seems like there's no hope sometimes, and sometimes just being the hope for that one person. A lot of people ask me, how do you go down there where you can't help everyone? And we can only help the people we can help, which is no different than my clinic, because some people, it's hard to help them, as you know. It's hard to change lifestyle. It's hard to change our perspective on things. So hopefully this is a message that resonates, and hopefully I'll have some great stories. I know I'll have great stories, but I'm really, really looking forward to sharing them with you. And I, again, appreciate your support. I appreciate Keto Mojo and what they're doing. I also greatly appreciate Health Code. And so I'll be taking those guys down with me, and hopefully we'll have some great testimonies and stories to share. And again, we just thank you for listening to the podcast. This is a short and sweet one, but it's really for a purpose. We really could use your thoughts and prayers as we go down. We really could use your positive thoughts, because it's always a spiritual battle down there. It's always a lot of work, and there's always little hiccups and things that happen. So, we'd appreciate your thoughts, and have a great week yourself. And I'm looking forward to really coming back and sharing with you. All right. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and thank you for your continued support. thank you for listening to this episode. We greatly appreciate your support. We would greatly appreciate a positive thumbs up on all of the platforms like iTunes and Spotify or wherever you're listening. And we just thank you for our Patreon supporters. We greatly appreciate your help in getting this message out. We think there's a lot of important information, and hopefully this helps you. Have a great day, and thank you for listening, and thank you for your support.